Okay, we have our third host. Say hi to Minnie.
Hi, Minnie. She's like, what? I didn't ask for this.
I never asked for this bullshit.
She's gonna start complaining in any minute now. She's not complaining? Not complaining yet? She's not complaining.
Walt Frazier joined.
Walt Frazier. Oh, she hissed.
She hissed.
There goes the complaint. Hey guys, so if you're just joining us, we're in the Frazier Manor.
She explained it before. It's because it reminds her of people that are shitty.
Yeah, I've just had too many bad experiences with, like, people in the fandom. What does that have to do with watching the show?
So normally
Because I get triggered.
Yeah, I was gonna say, normally when people have something that they're very passionate about, they tend to connect it with people that they care about. Therefore, if those people tend to be really nasty to you, then you kind of associate the show with them, then you associate the show with bad
It's just
things.
like, okay, you hear a song on the radio, and it reminds
I'm glad you do, Walt.
You hear a song on the radio, and every time you hear that song, you're like, I don't like that song because it reminds me of this one time back in 1989, and this is what I was going through at this time. Or
there was a whole episode on in the Xfiles
song
about this. It's called Orison. Go look it up.
Oh,
yeah, where she had a
sexy
flashback.
song.
Yeah, the sexy
song. So instead of stop watching the show, stop paying attention to the fans. I don't pay attention to them, actually, I don't.
Or, instead of, not being sensitive to the fact that some people, have issues watching the show, you could just be understanding.
Well, here's the deal. Like, I wish I was not a sensitive person. I wish that I didn't give a flying fuck what people think of me. But the problem is, I cannot turn that button on or off. It's not a switch. I wish there was, like, a little button, like oh, I no longer give a shit. Like, I'm not programmed that way. I'm not wired that way. I'm wired to give a shit. So basically, I can ignore those emotions and keep watching the show, but like I tried to do that and I was upset afterwards because I was like, I watched the show and it made me think of things and it triggered like, Wishbone makes it awkward. It triggered emotions that were negative. If that makes sense.
It's kind of like when I watch. I can't watch the episode Bad Blood because you know what, the entire fandom on Tumblr ruined that fucking episode.
They were like Bad Blood. Well, whatever.
I honestly
can watch that episode actually.
So
it's not like an isolation episode to episode things. It's just like I
watched the fall and fell asleep too. Oh my god!
I couldn't make it through the fall.
The fall was so.
Yeah, I couldn't make it through the fall. I tried. I watched one episode. I couldn't get through it. I was like, I can't get through this.
There's a lot I can't get through.
I told you to watch Bates, and did you try it?
No, actually I didn't. But to be fair, that's because I was in the middle of finishing Rick and Morty.
Oh,
Rick and Morty is 10 times better than the X-Files.
Yeah, I've heard.
It is.
But it's
I'm not even trying to be
comedy,
biased,
though, right?
It is. Yeah. At least it doesn't try to pretend to be something it's not.
Stella,
Blanche's Irish now.
Gotcha. There are shows that when I watch them, it makes me feel nostalgic. Like a lot of people will say X-Files makes them feel really good and nostalgic because they're like, I love X-Files. I used to watch that with my grandma. Or I used to watch that with my dad. It brings up these good feelings. And we're like, I used to watch and love this show. And then, like, I had a lot of really bad experiences, and now I fucking hate it. So.
Well, I mean, I feel when I watch the X-Files, mostly annoyance.
Yeah.
Because every time I had a friend that would do a bunch of live streams where she would actually stream it from her TV and then she'd have a chat room and we'd all be talking about the X-Files.
Oh, okay.
But for me, it was really annoying because every time I try to actually have a conversation, I would be told to shut up, nobody cares, and a lot of very nasty things. And so it would be, most of the chat would be like, oh my god, Jillian, oh my god, Jillian's so queen, yes, queen. Oh my
yes,
god,
queen,
Jillian's so sexy, oh my god, Jillian, And then it's just like, okay, so are we just gonna sit there and collectively babble about the episode, or are we gonna actually talk? And there are some people that really did want to talk, and we were talking, they would be like, oh, you guys are ruining the chat because you guys are talking seriously about the episode. You should take this show so seriously. And it's like, okay.
I would have left. I would just feel like, bye.
I did. No, of course I did leave.
Like, this is a dumb. Bye.
I know. I did leave after that, and I didn't go back to any of those.
Can someone explain the queen thing to me? Well, see, there's this guy's name is Freddie Mercury, and he had a band, and he had a song that was like, "Mama."
Oh my God! Well, you can't. I'm glad Walt didn't say that in person. But I agree with you, Walt.
Okay, so that's what happened.
I agree with you, Walt.
Okay, so a lot of people think that she's royalty, thus making her a queen. Which, you know what? I don't judge you if that's what you think.
I don't judge you either, but I look at you seriously down the end of my nose.
I don't judge people, unlike a lot of other people.
I don't judge.
Like to judge. I'm not talking about you.
Oh.
Like to judge us and decide that we are not, just because we're public figures, we're not allowed to have feelings, we're not allowed to be hurt when somebody attacks us on the internet for absolutely no fucking reason. We're not allowed to defend ourselves. We're not allowed to respond. We're not allowed to cry about it. We're not allowed to do that because you're a public figure. Except for Trump. I'm not president of the United States. I'm not getting paid for this, okay? I'm not sitting in the White House, and I did not fucking run a campaign. So it's a little different. And Justin, again, I did not have millions and millions and millions and millions of billions of dollars to buy my own private island with, like Justin Bieber.
I didn't go into a stall in my trailer and start shitting all over the place.
No, I didn't poop. I don't have a trailer to poop in.
I didn't start flinging it on the ceiling, you know.
I don't have a TV show. I don't get residual checks. I don't get any of these benefits. So, no, I am not a public figure. You're not paying me. This is something I do for fun. It's a hobby. And yeah.
It's an expensive hobby.
It's expensive as shit. So guess what? What? Bucket with the toilet top.
Walt, keep up.
Bucket. I think he meant to say fuck it. Turkish toilet.
No. Walt, you don't remember the thing where Jillian like took a shit?
Jillian pooped in her dress and it flung on the ceiling.
She started flinging it on the ceiling because she wanted to get rid of it.
She didn't fling it on the ceiling on purpose. It just flung.
I'm sure she didn't fling it on the ceiling on purpose.
No, she didn't. It flung.
Oh, I'm sure.
She's saying that she flung it on purpose. I remember Plague's My Nightmare. I don't know what he's talking about.
He's talking about
he's drunk. He is drunk commenting.
He's that drunk commenting. He's trying to sleep.
Go to sleep. GA shit. She took a poop in her dress. It happens, okay? I've gotten poop in places that I didn't want to get poop on, but not.
But did you fling it to the ceiling?
No, I would never fling poo. She didn't do it on purpose.
Well, then.
Daily. Walt does fling poop daily.
You know what? If Rick and Morty was real, there's an alternate dimension where she intentionally meant to fling poop, and that's the dimension I'm from. Oh, you don't want to associate yourself from me, huh?
Because I want a different pillow.
That's racist, Walt. That's racist.
What did he say?
GA and monkeys fling shit. That's not racist. I'm just fucking around.
No,
that's
not racist.
It's not racist.
No, monkeys really do.
I know. That's why I'm just fucking with him.
The old lady who's there going, looking at it.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was so
gross. Oh, it's so disgusting. Don't go to the zoo.
Walt, I'm messing with you.
If you go to the zoo and you look at the monkeys, they might throw poop at you. And the woman's just like looking at it and it just goes... And it lands, it's all over her face. Now that is racist.